Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. My name is LeahHendeson, and I would like to talk to you today about trust. Who do you trust, and what do you trust? It's a very important question. When I was a child, I trusted my parents to provide all my needs. Even though I didn't see it that way, I wanted out. I wanted to be on my own, and as soon as possible, I trusted myself then. As I got older and married, I trusted my husband. When we were dating, I thought he was a good choice. He's a man of excellent character, and he didn't drink, and he didn't do drugs, and he owned his own business. However, self-employment was not what I expected. If you don't work, you don't get paid. And if you don't get paid, how do you pay the bills? Who do I trust in then? We had many discussions about work, bills, and money, none of which was fun. None. In 2007, he was diagnosed with cancer and couldn't work. It was very obvious after his major surgery that I couldn't work either. I needed to stay home. We didn't have any income for 11 months. Were we going to have more discussions on work, money, and bills? It would have been pointless. So many people kept asking, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" I didn't know what I was going to do. We didn't have any insurance to trust in either. My parents couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. My husband, with 2 different forms of stage 4 cancer, he was unable to do it. I had to trust in God. There was nothing else that could help me. The question in my mind over and over that people kept saying was, "What are you going to do?" I had no idea. The future was horrifying to look at. Since we were self-employed, at the end of every year, we almost always owed the IRS. And I didn't want to owe the IRS. Once again, what am I going to do? The community we live in, outside of Millsap, Texas, put on a spaghetti dinner benefit to raise money for my husband on April 14th. There was enough money to pay the tax bill that next day, and with a little left over. God is never late. He might not be early, but he's definitely never late. Where does money come from? What is its purpose, and what can it do? I have been on a tour of the Fort Worth, Texas Mint. It's one of 2 facilities in the United States that prints billions of dollars. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the BEP, they call them notes. A note only costs 10 cents to make. I saw human hands making money. How can something that a human make be greater or more powerful than a human? Something that is made can also be destroyed. Now for the good news. My husband has been cancer-free for over 9 years, and we still get to live in the same house that we did back then. I'd like to ask you one final question and make a closing statement. Who do you trust in? Is it your parents? Yourself? Your spouse? Is it money? Hopefully you won't have to learn the hard way. You can do something about it now. You can put your trust in something that is not made, but is the maker, the sole provider. He never fails. Jesus loves you. He's waiting for you with his arms. wide open. And if I could quote my favorite author, He loves you so much, He had His arms nailed open. All you have to do is ask, and He will provide all your needs. So how are you going to answer that question today? Think about it, and remember, who do you trust? Thank you.